Hello and welcome back to Desmin's Creek, our 5th edition live play that meets on Wednesday nights. Last time, the party returned to the city of Volinar from their excursion on the high seas, having claimed a bunch of booty for themselves, and made their way back to the home of the counselor for the city's government, where they had last discovered interference in the timeline by the wielder of the Hand of Cass. They cast the spell that the archivist gave them a second time to try and track the wielder of the hand, and followed the guiding feeling that the spell gave them across the city and back down into the underground, whereupon they discovered that the wielder was a young man who was taking on an older gentleman in single combat with swords in grand duel form. Spider seemed to recognize the older gentleman and rushed in and immediately began helping him fight the younger man. The party set about to trouncing this young man, the whole time hearing the chiding remarks of a disembodied voice who seemed to be insisting that the young man give him control, which he repeatedly refused until suddenly a great change overcame the man. The withering of his hand seeming to spread to the rest of his body, whereupon the man summoned forth the powers of undeath to restrain the party as he escaped. In his escape, he swore vengeance upon the party and that they would meet again, and that things would go differently next time. Classic bad guy stuff there. But seemed to single out one party member in particular when shouting about not being made a lapdog for his old master ever again. Heavy implications in the air. We concluded with a discussion and minor negotiation between the party and the older gentleman, who revealed that he was revealed quite freely that he was a very old vampire and had been mind-controlling Spider, but insisted that the party was likely going to need allies if they were going to take on such an ancient and powerful foe as Cass himself, and seemed to successfully convince the party that they should at least become temporary friends. He went off to search the underground for signs of Cass that he could relay to the party, that they might work together to take him down in the near future. And so, party, here you are, in this room, the ground seemingly unharmed by the bursting forth of skeletal remains, as though they had been mere illusions or manifestations of magical power, as opposed to physical objects that were actually embedded in the stone here. But the other marks of combat, the gouges in wooden crates, the splashes of blood from various injuries, remain testament to the battle fought. A quiet settles over the area as you are now alone in the tunnels in this part of the city. These are, as you know, somewhat newer tunnels because they're part of the expanded city. But not so new as to still be, dug into the, or allowing entry from the in-between. I think I'd like to start with by opening the floor specifically to Spider, since this, of anybody here, is probably most important to him. And I want to know if he's got anything he wants to say to the party now that this man is gone. This vampire who introduced himself as Brecht König.
Did anyone specifically ask Spider? Last I vaguely remember someone turning to him.
Ask Spider what?
About the vampire. Because they evidently know each other. Obviously know each other.
I'm not sure anyone has given voice to it at this time, but I think that it's reasonable to believe that all people present have that fixedly in their mind. You could always preempt the question if you desire.
Okay, so I suppose he's not going to look directly at anyone. He's going to look up into the air and go, well, I suppose there are questions then?
Yes. Is there a particular reason you got very, very angry at seemingly him and then said, let's be friends? That part still confuses me.
He's a vampire. He can charm people.
Yes, but you weren't charmed when you agreed to work with him.
Yes, you chose to work with him instead of fight him.
Yes. We want this hand more than we want him. So I figure we can use him as bait.
Alright. Well, the
I want
person...
him.
I was ready to stake him.
Yes.
Do you just carry one of those with you?
I carry many things.
Don't you?
Where?
I just wink.
Hammer space.
You.
Though actually, like, out of character, Morgan hides a lot of weapons on her, but now she's changed into a plate armor, which means that a lot of those weapons are currently inaccessible. A concealed weapon, like, strapped to your leg won't help when there's plate armor covering it.
Indeed.
Never been a problem for me.
Yeah, well, yours
Yeah.
moves.
He shrugs.
Anywho, so what is the story between you and the vampire?
You remember when I told you about how my village died? That was him. Spider told you. Like, I think in-game it was like 2-3 days ago. He specifically mentioned that he had an old master who... I think he mentioned he tried to kill him. But he mentioned how he was orphaned, he was raised by, like, neighbors who, you know, only wanted the land. And then everyone got killed by someone. I believe he mentioned that.
Does that ring bells to anyone else?
It was in the Tiger's Eye's office. He has actually mentioned this part of his backstory.
Yeah, I don't remember what had prompted it, but I remember distinctly the first bit being taken in by neighbors who were just trying to steal land and all of that, and I think that the rest followed there. I think that out of game, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember too.
He described him, I believe, as like a man who's not a man, and he described him as being charming. And he kind of
I got that last part right.
Yeah, he described him as being charming, and he kind of emphasized the charming in a weird way, which you might not have picked up on. But yeah, like, he has told you about this guy.
So-
He just did not tell you that he was a vampire.
So, yes, I do recall that story. I'm assuming this is the individual in question?
Yes.
All
I was a
right.
child. He used me as decoy, quite the right word, to gain entry into people's houses so that he could feed. Until eventually, yes, he turned on me and tried to kill me.
All right.
And you still chose to work with him.
That's kind of where I'm at too, yeah.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
want him
The
dead.
quickest way to win a one-on-one fight is to be the third to arrive.
I'm glad somebody
I
said it.
With friends.
I very much want him dead. I very, very much want him dead, but I am thinking he is not the primary concern we have right now. This hand is the thing that we should be worried about.
I agree that we should be more worried about the hand, but if you're wanting to use him as bait, I feel like we should have just attacked him. Because his body,
I do
combined
not
with the
follow.
fact that Cass seemingly wants to come after me for some reason, would make him much more likely to come to us rather than having our bait running around somewhere that we don't have any track of. I think it'd be much more useful as an actual corpse than a half corpse.
How hurt did he seem when he left us?
The vampire had some extremely minor injuries from the sword fight.
Okay.
He did not seem particularly bothered by any of them, but you know that his clothing was torn in several places, and there was blood upon him.
Yeah.
So-
He seemed kind of squirrely and like he would have been quick to use the chaos of us showing up to just book it if we had tried that kind of tactic.
I wonder, Spider, what was your intention when you ran in there? Were you going to attack?
I wanted to kill him.
So, if he hadn't charmed you, this would have turned out very differently.
I imagine so, yes.
Could someone, detect magic on him or something? In case he is still charming, we, I don't know, missed that?
I
I
cannot.
can't dispel. I am out of...
I can try and charm him.
I can try and charm him.
It can only be under
I don't
one
know if
charm
that
effect
would
at a time.
actually, solve our problem. Like if, one charm boots the other one, or if it's just two simultaneous charms.
As long as they don't contradict.
I mean, I could detect magic. I could do it right now.
He's not
Would you
rolling
like
a
me
save
to?
against your charm, you're rolling against the other charm to see which charm overpowers the other.
You make a spell attack against the other charm, and if you beat that charm's DC, then your charm gets to potentially take effect with them rolling against your charm.
Yeah.
Make it as complicated as possible.
That's why you play Duel of the Fates while it's happening.
And then what happens is, you succeed in breaking their charm, but the person succeeds against your charm. So you have used, you have 3/5 canceled, dispel magic.
Yeah.
Of casting the same spell
Counter
at the spell.
You've 3/5 counterspelled.
Hate to interrupt, but seems I'll be called away for work much sooner than originally anticipated. So if you want to end up asking Twilight about accusations, I suggest we get to them.
Ooh, that's a good point. Thank you. Yes. There were a lot of heavy accusations that could be taken a lot of ways. So I remind the party that the wielder of the Hand of Cass, potentially channeling Cass directly at the end there, kept accusing the party of working for his old master and trying to re-enslave him, but seem to be directing a lot of this in Twilight's general direction, or rather, very specific direction. So I don't want that to be forgotten about. So we can put a pin in the vampire discussion.
Talking about the vampire in a little bit.
Yeah.
One of the things that for us to try and nail down where he might be, there had been the idea of tracking down some important information caches, people, etc., related to our new enemy's old enemy. Does anyone have any kind of ideas on how we might be able to search out things that are supposed to be hidden in that respect? And when Reggie is saying, he is looking around at everyone, but he then ends looking at Twilight to try and gauge if Twilight might actually know things. But it is also an open call to anyone have any ideas about how we should go about doing that side of things for the investigation.
I don't know of any such caches. I'm not sure what the Hand of Cass was going on about. My best guess is he's simply trying to sow distrust, and that is going to be the first thing he'll blame.
I do want to roll insight against that.
Okay.
I believe you.
Don't you have, really good insight because of something?
I have a plus 11 to my insight.
Wow.
I rolled a 2.
12. Oh, the worst one.
That would do it.
Because if I rolled a 1, I could have re-rolled.
All right.
Yep. It's the halfling curse. You should start rolling 2s instead.
Twilight, I will need you to roll against this. Whatever is the appropriate roll. I'm going to stay as arbitrational on this as I can.
But he's right. He doesn't really know one way or the other. Got an 18.
Okay.
Or was it a 20? Or 19? Oh, sorry.
It was
19.
more than a 12.
Plus 11. It was. I got a 13. Oh, 12. No, yeah, because I got.
Yeah, 13. 13. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's any help, I also have expertise in both deception and persuasion. So whichever
it's
way.
so much fun
wins.
having the same number in both. Honestly.
Yeah, yours is still better than me because I don't have charisma as much, but we're still swinging in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
And this is your last level to get me, because next one I go to 10 by default.
Oh yeah. Reliable talent. So I leave the option open for you to use inspiration point.
No, so Reggie's whole asking. I guess the vibe that people get from Reggie asking this, in not an entirely accusative manner, but like a pointed manner, is solely, do we have any idea where we can start looking for shit? Not
what's
not
going on?
Accusing anyone of hiding things and all of that from us, and he doesn't actually give a shit about Vecna. Yeah. He's I have no idea where to start, and I am hoping that either somebody might, or somebody can pretend they found something, or something along those lines.
What exactly is he looking for?
Reggie was hoping for somebody to have some idea of what he was asking, of pointing for things that would be important for cultists of Vecna in the city that our guy might be able to hunt down and find, so that we can try and cut him off somewhere, or lay traps or get information about his movements.
But we remember that a change occurred with a politician.
Well, yeah. You don't
We don't-
remember the
probably don't
change
remember the original
occurring with the
politician.
politician, but you have records because you made records yourselves.
Are there any serial killers in Volinar that I'm aware of?
Probably.
Yeah,
like, aware of by,
Queen.
like, just, like, it has happened, or, like, that you have met.
Aware of that it's happened and can therefore try and use that as a means of, like, tracking their, like, basically anyone who was caught. Because that's, and if they, I guess any of them probably would have been killed. I don't know what the legal system in Volinar is like.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that any that have been caught in the last 2 years have been executed and most likely fed to the Queen. Speaking of which, that could be a very big target for our friend here. Do we think we might have any way to try and get those two in a room so that they're fighting each other while we're fighting them?
I think that our goal should not be for this thing to get used anymore, because I don't know what that's gonna do to the fabric of reality.
Oh, I'm with you there.
And I like the fabric. It's like smooth, but like just the right amount of like comfortable and like give in different places. You know what I mean?
9,000
Yeah,
thread
I
count.
love how things are just working exactly as designed, and Twilight disappears.
Literally mid conversation, she just vanishes as she makes a point. All right, be safe at work, bud. She didn't tell you about any way to start on that. Anybody else have any ideas where we might start if we wanted to hunt down followers of Vecna or anything like that?
Do we think that this man is acting Vecna?
I'm back.
My initial... What?
You broke up in an important moment there, because all I heard was, do we think this man is acting Vecna? I didn't know if you went, like, according to or against.
Okay, I swapped over my network, so hopefully that's better.
It sounds better so far, yeah.
I didn't break up there in that.
Oh, good. No. So what Spider was saying just was, he doesn't know if he's skeptical of this guy being an actual follower of Vecna because he can't see how he's trying to work out how the things he's done have actually been related to Vecna. Because he thinks it might just be that this guy got his hands on a power and is using them for his own agenda. That's what he said.
All right, but the power wants to. The power still has one middle finger to give to Vecna, and so it might push the guy to go and find works of his cultists to thwart them. You know, you see a cultist, you thwart it. So it might encourage him to do something like that. So if we could identify where he's going to go thwart, we could be there to stop
the
him.
thwarting.
And then maybe thwart. I don't know. Those people can be kind of weird. So like we might also end up thwarting, but that's not the goal there. And really, they could be, you know, completely normal, pleasant folks. You know, like it's like a book club. You know.
I think that's unlikely, but I get your point.
But you make a good point of if the guy is more in control, which at the end of things seems like he might not be, then looking for the kinds of people that he might be going for, like our new acquaintance that can walk on walls, and people of that inclination, not necessarily the wall climbing inclination, the you know, murdery inclination.
Several Drider just like peering into the room like wall climbing inclination.
Yeah, Spider himself.
Looking like I like climbing on walls.
That might be the place to start doing that investigation. People who are known vandals, miscreants, mass murderers.
I never did get a chance to answer your question earlier. I think that there would be one like standout case among the serial killers. Like the serial murderers are not like rare enough by any stretch, and more common in places with, you know, populations. But the most recent one, who would probably still be alive and imprisoned, hopefully, would have been the Face Taker, a person who was known to spend some time studying a target before murdering them, and then using, you know, disguise kits to try and carry on their life. Of course, they never knew quite enough to manage it, which is why they had to keep moving on from one to the next as someone would become suspicious, or someone who was too close to the person they'd killed would you know, spot the fake. Is how they became serialized.
Serial.
They had been moving between a few different cities, and they were supposedly, you know, unmasked, as it were, here in Volinar some years ago. And, you know, God's willing,
So
still rotting in the dungeons.
It seems like a potential target, but I don't know how easily this guy is going to be able to. Basically, if there's a jailbreak. Although, I guess, really, if there's a jailbreak, then this guy becomes a target. So, if we cause a jailbreak to release a serial killer and then stalk him. This doesn't sound like a great plan. I can respect
with
that.
every passing minute.
It's going on the whiteboard, but like
This is quickly becoming my favorite plan.
Call this Plan Z.
It's lemon scented.
No, it just spreads a rumor of our own.
you know that is probably a better idea.
In this town, we call it scuttlebutt.
I wonder, this handed man, is he just? Is he has these opportunistic attacks? How much does he actually? How much effort does he invest in his actions? Is he going to try to break into the dungeons to take out this guy, or is he just, oh, I can go to this house?
I'm not sure any of you currently has enough information about how he operates to, like, adequately answer that question. You've only just for the first time seen his face, and you know that he's been able to get some places. Some were public, at least one was not. So they might be just a very sneaky person. But all of that is scuttlebutt. Any luck, your new vampire friend can help you determine those things. Desmin, you're going to begin to feel a familiar pressure under your armor.
Oh no.
Mushroom is back.
I don't have my spell anymore.
Oh no. We can't talk to Philos now.
Oh no, Philos. Clearly he wants something.
Desmin will pull out Philos again, but doesn't know what to do because now they have no way of communicating.
The little brown button mushroom sits in the palm of your gauntlet. But unlike last time when it was speaking with Reggie, you do notice very small, slight wiggles as its gills flex, and the bonnet of the mushroom seems to be able to, writhe just enough to get it to roll around in the palm of your hand. And you find that it stops rolling as soon as the stem is pointed toward Spider. And if any movement of your hand causes it to roll one way or the other, it eventually finds its way back to pointing at Spider.
I say that this image is terribly unsettling.
Oh yeah. You made fun of the mushroom guy.
Mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. Oh, it's disgusting.
It's pointing right at you, man.
Oh.
It seems
I don't know if Spider shares my distaste.
It seems that Philos is directing its attention towards you, Spider.
Spider just oh, that. What am I meant to do with that? It's a mushroom.
I have no idea. Unfortunately, we don't have any way of communicating with him.
Do you like the idea of planting rumors to try and draw him out with the appearance of a new serial killer? If you do, point at Vulcan. And if you don't, then continue. Then point. I guess not. Then point at Morgan.
It wiggles around a little bit, but eventually points at Morgan.
Okay. Did you just want to go sit on Spider? If yes, point at Spider.
Well, what's the no condition here?
Point at Vulcan.
Points at Vulcan.
Okay.
This is gonna be great. I love this. What does the mushroom want? It can't talk.
Is it a person, place, or...
It has to be yes, no, god damn it.
Or does it... Wait a second. The mushroom understands common?
It was yes. Points at Spider.
See, mushrooms are amazing.
I thought it just moved towards Vulcan.
The fact that it moves, this is a ponderous thing. It's not snapping in any direction. It is the minutest wiggles of its gills that lets it do this.
Oh.
Any other questions for Philos, who still seems to want something to do with Spider?
But not to go sit on Spider.
Not to go sit on Spider.
What had Spider been saying before the mushroom moved?
Quite a lot of things, and it's hard to know exactly which thing that it would be referring to. Yeah. You could roll an insight check to see if there were any threads that you think that this mushroom might be trying to pull at in regard to Spider.
Reggie would love nothing more than to roll insight on the mushroom. And I got a 30.
Well, the particular way that the skin of the dome seems to ripple uncomfortably, and the fact that it always turns counterclockwise instead of clockwise when it's rotating around to choose its answers, seems to indicate that it thinks there's some unanswered questions in regards to Spider's story.
Oh, the mushroom wants us to get back to the thing about the about our new acquaintance, instead of continuing to spiral about breaking serial killers out of prison.
The mushroom wants to know
I
my
look to the
backstory.
mushroom for approval.
Sorry. I got distracted by the first-time chatter. You're looking for approval of this. What did you just give me the gist of what you said?
It wants the conversation to shift back to about the vampire and
Yes. Yeah.
discussion.
It gives confirmation.
When we had pivoted discussion
Yeah.
away from Spider and everything to talk about Vecna stuff because
Yeah.
Twilight was still around.
Yeah.
and
So
could take advantage of that then, because
it
we
gives
were,
you the
metagaming a
affirmative,
little
which
bit.
I do believe is a counterclockwise rotation toward Spider.
Okay,
Who's it pointing at now?
Spider.
Who's that over there?
Did full circle.
Several at this point.
Okay, so Spider is... Okay, so... Morgan is yes, Desmond is no. What was the question I was going to ask? You want to know more about Brecht?
I think it's going to point at Vulcan.
Which wasn't one of the options.
That is not either yes or no.
Is that not no?
No,
No,
he said
Desmond was
mo-
Oh. When's
Reggie
Desmond?
changed it every single time. This is not the mushroom's fault.
It's not, yeah, it's true. It's not the mushroom's fault.
So as soon as he's yelled at by Spider that that's neither yes or no, it continues rotating and like drifts over each person in sequence that isn't Spider until it finds the one that people say that's no.
He does not want to know more about Brecht.
Then it drifts
More
back.
about me?
It points at Spider.
Morgan is... no, Morgan is yes.
Why is it points at Oregon? You're messing with me. This is on purpose now. Points at Oregon.
What did I read? There's the guy who was saying everyone thinks that D&D is going to be Lord of the Rings. It always ends up
Monty Python.
The quest for the Holy.
Yeah.
I told him we've already got one.
So he wants to know more about me.
Yes. Philos is just
We
trying to
can't-
help you out so hard.
Is it about the relationship between me and Brecht?
It's just like up on its top, so the stem is pointed at the ceiling and it's slowly rotating in the palm.
An impressive mushroom.
Yeah, Philos got skills. I misspeak with plants already.
Yes.
I think it only lasts like a couple minutes. So
Is it like 10 minutes or
we
something?
definitely cannot still have it. Good 10 minutes, but I think we spent a decent amount more than that
Oh yeah.
talking before.
We'll see if they come up with that chat.
Can I roll to see if Reggie is aware of a Ouija board?
Sure. Arcana?
Do I? Yeah.
Roll bullshit mysticism?
That is a natural 20 for a 24.
Yeah, you are aware that there are speaking boards. They're often, used by fake mystics to talk to the dead loved ones.
Yeah, but we got a real mushroom. I don't know where we'd get a mushroom-sized Ouija board, though.
You realize you could
Reggie
always
just says
draw
this.
letters on the ground.
Yeah, I was checking to see if I had any ink or chalk.
Chalk.
I don't think I do.
Chalk used to be a standard adventurer's gear.
Unless, like, do you get... When you get the starting equipment and it's like a Dungeoneering kit, it puts all of the stuff from the Dungeoneering kit into your thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Every adventure is prepared for hopscotch.
It's true. I worked very hard as one of my 4th edition characters to get my hands on magic chalk that could write on any surface in any conditions.
Hmm.
And I absolutely used it to draw a teleportation circle at the bottom of a lake. There was minor flooding.
Just minor.
But it saved the party.
I do have a dagger. I can write letters into the wall.
Someone's just gonna come by here and be like, who defaced this wall?
This is gonna take a while.
So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to scrape letters into the wall and a line for a space.
Okay.
And turn to Desmond and say, just move your hand along the wall until it finds the letter it wants.
I love this. This is great. All right. He worked out a system for Desmond to spell out letters, which is amazing because now we are implying that not only can the mushroom understand common, but it can spell common. And I have no reason to say this isn't possible. Philos is a very talented mushroom.
You want me to go buy all the letters until it makes a motion that it's that letter, and we have to somehow come up with the word after a lengthy amount of time going through each letter.
Yeah, this is gonna take
Whatever, wait for a long rest.
That is better than the fucking yes and no.
20 questions the mushroom. 20 questions the mushroom.
You don't know how long, like, the sentence that it wants to tell us is.
Well, perhaps after the first couple of words, we'll probably be able to figure it out.
That will still take a long time.
Yeah.
Not as long as yes or no.
Time is kind of the essence, like people are being eaten and time is being rewritten.
Yeah, but you've got somebody on it now. It's fine.
But I will say, I fucking hope that this is important. This mushroom is just asking me some stupid question about.
His name is Philos. All right. It's not a stupid mushroom. You're a very smart mushroom, Philos.
It points at Desmond.
Where did you get your jacket?
Philos, can you just give us like the important words of whatever you're trying to get across?
Points at Morgan.
Alright,
yes.
Desmond will start going across the letters, trying to find them one by one, each one that that Philos ends up like.
Ugh, this is taking forever, and I'm starting to get hungry for mushroom stew.
Hey! Philos did not like that. It takes a little less than 5 minutes because you asked Philos to be brief. And so after running your hand up and down across this wall several times, following the nudges of the mushroom in your palm, you get 3 words. How not dead.
Well, there you go, Spider. How are you not dead?
Just how did you survive when he betrayed you in the past?
Well, yes, he tried to kill me. He fed upon me, but I fought back, and I got a little bit of his blood.
Okay, so you're like
I'm not a vampire.
you're like a quarter vampire. What do you call that? Like a daywalker?
The
Are you Dayman,
What I-
fighter of the Nightman?
well, no, if anything, I think I would be another Nightman. Is a term I've heard is Dampier.
That's a Pokemon.
What is Pokemon, Morgan?
That was out of character, obviously.
There's this artist friend I have, and they draw these fantastical creatures onto cardboard, and then they sell the pictures to people. And the people who buy them then trade them for ones they like better when new artwork comes out.
Kids love them.
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah, they're
all
very.
right.
Some of them are very shiny too.
This is how the Temple of Corellan funds itself.
Yes.
Because the trading cards is canon now.
It is.
Evandra's trying to get in on it, and as soon as she does, it's gonna get much
Corellan
worse.
is like, do not corrupt my art with your chants.
Loot boxes.
It's just a Vondra, like, just hear me out. Loot
Gargoyle
boxes.
girl in the background, just like giving a thumbs up.
Booster packs. Corellan's just over there pulling his hair out.
Yeah, before you know it, we have Amaranta's version of Labubu.
Corellan regrets the Labubu.
No, before Labubu though, they tried Beanie Babies.
We take all the artists and we replace them with spirits.
Good. Gosh. Alright,
That's
so,
supposed to be AI.
Dampier. Dampier was the last thing said.
Yes. It's not a Pokemon.
So the
What is it
mushroom,
down here, then?
the mushroom is like rolling toward the wall again, like it wants to ask more.
Oh my gosh! All right, here. Hold on, Phyllis. Desmin will wave his hand back and forth slowly across the letters.
You're getting faster at this. This one's pretty quick. 2 words. Eat Desmond. You didn't put up periods and question marks, so you don't know if this is a question or a command.
I guess I'm assuming no, Phyllis would not want him to eat me. I guess it's asking, do you want to eat me? Are you going
particularly?
to?
I hadn't planned on it, no.
Phyllis, was that what you wanted to ask?
It points at Morgan.
Okay, there we go. All right, we got that answer out of the way.
Was Morgan yes or no?
Morgan was yes.
Desmond has confused everyone with his ever-shifting system.
What do you mean the ever-shifting system?
Reggie's the one who kept changing it,
Reggie's a
and
bitch.
so because I just picked people
Yeah, I fucking did set this up.
starting from chaos.
In the corners of the room, you just hear this tiny voice echoing, Sturgeon, Sturgeon. Philos does not seem to have any further questions.
I guess it was just worried that you were going to possibly eat me.
It points at Morgan.
Are you, Phyllis? Do you want to go back inside my armpit then?
Spins around and points at Morgan.
All right. Just we'll put Phyllis back inside his armor. Glad we got that out of the way.
It points at Morgan, which is really uncomfortable when it's on your armpit.
I forgot that it was there, and this is just so... It's like the whole thing is so unpleasant.
They also put feed in there for it to grow on.
Oh.
Alright, I was like, you won't be a +1 at the Amanita Ball.
No, that mushroom is going to give you molds.
Mushroom is
I mean,
mold.
it is mold.
Yeah, but like in your armpits, like it's gonna spread.
Have a bunch of little phyllosis.
Blech.
As you discuss the armpit mushroom, you begin to hear voices in the tunnels beyond this room approaching, and you begin to see the dim glow of the tunnel outside lighting up sequentially as someone or someone's approach. Since they're talking, you're hopeful that it's a conversation and not a one-sided chat.
Yeah, we should probably move on.
Figure out some way to track down something that this cast man wants.
I could really need a bear.
So, you head back to the headquarters, I take it.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you skedaddle, you will catch a glimpse down the hallway behind you of a small group, maybe three or four, I should say. Not 2 or 3, that would be obvious. Of maybe 3 or 4 people. Very normal looking, but it's also at kind of a distance. Moving down the hallway. They're not wearing any, like, emblematic colors. They could be part of one of the other gangs. They don't seem to, like, chase after you, but it's probably unlikely that they missed your leaving that room as you cause the hallways to light up as you go.
I'm gonna go in there and be like, what the fuck is the alphabet doing on the wall?
I like that will be the more pressing
This is
concern.
the
than,
weirdest graffiti. One of the other ones is like there was a big fight here. Like, well, that box is fucking smashed to shit, and it's like, yeah, but like, what kind of sick, twisted bastard?
Somebody's vandalized this room.
Yes, the real concern is the scraped in letters, not the busted boxes or splashes of blood.
I mean, that's everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
The whole underground is no way.
And it spells out.
People fight all the time.
It spells out Romani iter demum.
Alright, oopsie, that's not what I wanted to hit. I just saw half the map disappear.
What's the placeholder one? Is it like Lorem Ipsum?
Yeah, the Lorem
Yeah.
Ipsum.
Is that it? I love those stories about the translation errors that are just people who just grab stuff and they don't know what it means. There's I think it's a Welsh village where it's like there's a sign and it's like welcome to such and such, you know, in English, and then underneath in Welsh it just says, like, in Welsh it's just like, I'm sorry, I'm out of my office at the moment. If you want to get in contact with me, you know, call me between such and such a time.
They thought it was a translation, but it was just the message they got back because they weren't able to translate it at the time. That's pretty wonderful.
The boxes that are it's just Spanish text here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's only 6 of you. Okay, so you head back to the bar.
Nobody tell Twilight when she gets back.
About the mushroom?
Twilight's been absent for a lot of revelations. Everyone's gonna be like, everything's gonna be different.
The whole dynamic of the party is shifted.
Yeah. What's going on?
Oh yeah, did Twilight disappear in a specific way this time?
No, I'm not gonna do that with this one.
Okay. So
That
she
was just some fun that I was having at the last game. It's gonna be. This is a shorter story. It's just gonna be distracting.
No, fair.
She just blipped out.
And the popping in and out is more likely to happen like mid-session, as like with this particular setup, as opposed to last time where it was fully missing.
Yeah, it'll die down soon anyway. Hopefully, but even if it doesn't, like we're just gonna handle it a little more. I wanted to have some fun with it last time. We had a much longer form thing, and when they were going to be missing, they were going to be missing pretty much the whole session anyway. So it was a little bit easier to like throw that in there just to have something for the party to be traumatized by and then move on from. So you make your way back through the tunnels of the underground. As there's little reason to travel above city on the surface, and find your way back to headquarters on your familiar turf. So, you have had a long day. It is quite late at this point, as that's a hike. It was evening when you hiked out there. Then you had a fight and a long discussion, and then a hike back. You're all pretty tired because remember, this is still the same day that you sailed out onto the ocean and had a fist fight with another boat. You've had a short rest at this point because of the conversation. And then you hiked back here, and there were people saying that they needed a drink, so I've brought you to the bar, assuming that there is anything more to say. It can be said over drinks. We can start with Morgan, if she's got anything to say, since she was the one who said she needs a drink. Susan will bring you a bowl of mushroom soup.
Great. I need special stuff from my personal savings.
Pulls out a nip and then pours it into the mushroom soup.
She has like some strong ass fucking liquor in like a special, like hidden compartment for like special situations. This is one of the situations where she needs that. Susan will know that as I had a fucking long day.
I mean, you're always welcome to some of my grandma's special.
Hey, it's not that strong. It's strong, but not that strong.
Brains.
Reggie pulls out the vial, shakes it, and you hear like a hiss of something being dissolved. And then puts back.
You notice that like there's like this old faded, like half peeled off label like on the bottom of it in Infernal. It just says the brain cell kerploder.
I think there was a very strong, very distinct. I think it's a number 3 on it, like engraved into the side.
Yeah, what she's asking for is more like as strong as moonshine sort of thing. Not like,
Regular strong liquor, not this abomination.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know how it's 300 proof, but it is.
Happy birthday!
It's a drink from Discworld.
It's just like
75% more alcohol per alcohol.
yeah, so it's like cleaning fluid. It's bleach.
Okay, so we have that potential direction to go of starting some rumors that might be inclined to draw our new friend's attention. Which does seem like a better plan than a prison break. Or at least that previous proposed prison break. Certain prison breaks, I think, are, we should keep on the table. Not for, like, attracting the guy's attention, but just because they could be worth it. But
Spider. As the party quietly discusses this in their corner table and imbibes, trying to warm away the wear of the day, you are going to notice, because of your insanely high passive perception, a woman enter the bar area and begin looking around amongst the tables and wandering slowly through the room, coming close enough to other tables to, carefully observe the people at them before moving on to another table. This is not the most unusual behavior, but it stands out to you because most people who come to this particular bar, not all of them, but most, know the other people here. They're almost all Syndicate members. They are not all Syndicate members, and this clearly isn't one. The other reason it stands out to you is because the colors that they wear are reminiscent of the people you saw as you left the storage room in the tunnels earlier.
Who's noticing this?
You are. Spider.
Me. Okay.
Appears to be a young, pretty woman with curly brown hair.
yeah, Morgan's perception is currently going down. So
They appear to be human. They look pretty, average for Volinar. As in, they're clearly one of the very commonly seen skin tones here. Their beauty is not particularly common. They are a little prettier than the standard fare of the rough and tumble side of your organization, though there are plenty of very attractive people in the organization.
But is not staring, not looking at her. He's looking at everyone else, and he's just. We appear to have been followed. And he gestures with his eyes, and towards us. I believe she was one of the ones in that group that was approaching when we left.
Do we have any way of knowing anything about said group?
You know, you didn't really get a great look at them. Like I said, they didn't see...
And Reggie doesn't move to, like, look over where.
I did want to lead with, I'm going to need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you can resist looking toward this person.
Yeah.
Reggie trusts Spider's, like, perception much more than his, so it's like he's basically asking Spider if there's anything
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll a Constitution save, and I'm gonna give myself disadvantage because of current.
She's a couple deep.
Reggie says to everyone, "Focus," and gives Morgan a bardic inspiration.
Alright, roll with disadvantage, but with a D8.
Yeah, D8.
D8. Plus one of those 7.
The DC is 14.
Oh, then she might make it with a D8. The con save. That's exactly 14.
Alright. Desmin and Vulcan.
Roll. It's a disadvantage.
Have you been drinking?
Morgan gave herself disadvantage.
Yeah.
So if you think that would make sense for this desire, then you know.
Yeah, I did that because she's currently intoxicated.
I mean, Desmond drink
So
a little bit.
self-control
He's
is a
not
little
like
worse.
super. He's not super drunk, but he would drink a little bit.
If you're not more than buzzed, then you don't need disadvantage.
She's intoxicated and also in her safe place, so
Yeah.
like she don't feel like any needs to like
Okay.
be
Right.
discreet.
But when Reggie hisses "focus" at you,
Yeah.
you kind of snap. You know, keep your neck from turning that way.
Yeah. But her eyes are very, very clearly moving that way.
Trying to see.
That's when Reggie says it, like, because he's like, "I shit."
What are we rolling?
Constitution saving throw. DC
Looking at
14.
16.
That's an 11.
So as Spider is talking about this person who's come in and says, "I think we've been followed," you're immediately going to look over toward the rest of the bar and spot this very attractive young woman moving from table to table, just seeming to, from a small distance, you know, a courteous distance, examine the faces of the people sitting and drinking and talking.
What makes you think that she's following us?
She was there when we were. Now we are here, and she is here.
You watch her.
Guess that checks out.
You watch her, Desmond, very not discreetly as she moves past a few more tables, and eventually she moves up to the bar and exchanges a few words with Susan up there. And you're going to see Susan kind of give a sweeping gesture toward the back of the room, and she's going to kind of scan across the tables back there, and she's going to... Her eyes are going to stop on you, Desmond. She is making eye contact with you, and you're going to see a small smile spread across her face as she begins striding toward your table.
Desmond's gonna be like eye contact, like kind of like look around and just like see if she's looking at anybody else, and he's just gonna point to himself.
Smooth.
Reggie's like, so I mean that gardeners meeting. I think that it's like as soon as we get more people interested in the mushrooms, I think we're gonna have a revolution. Because
The mushrooms are going to revolt.
no. I mean just like a revolution, like a paradigm shift in horticulture.
Guess I'll use this one. So many of the tokens are so threatening looking, visually. This woman is going to slowly approach the table, and she's going to do, while, making many glances at Desmond, who continues to watch her. She's going to like slowly circle the table to get a look at everybody else. And eventually she's going to...
I think Spider is actually going to now, if he spots that Desmond's staring at her, he's going to stare at her too.
So you're both staring at her.
I mean, she was making like direct eye contact though. He was flustered. He's like, "What is this beautiful woman doing? Like, freaking coming towards me, looking, staring right at me."
Morgan's gonna sigh and take a very big chug of the moonshine.
So are you attempting to like make aggressive eye contact to like send the message, "We don't want you here"?
Me or
Spider?
No.
Yeah, Desmond's definitely not doing that.
Okay, no, Desmond's obviously not doing that. No, that's Spider, who has now said, "Well, now I'm also gonna stare at her."
It's not aggressive. It's just basically, yes, I see that you see us.
Mm-hmm. She's going to slide very gracefully between the chairs of Spider and Vulcan. And she's going to kind of like place a hand on the surface of the table and kind of like slowly like wag a finger toward Desmond, like sort of leaning over the table. Literally, like she's kind of like uncomfortably close to both Spider and Vulcan, like pushing between them almost. Like they're far enough apart that she doesn't have to make any contact, but she's inside the personal bubble now. She's gonna wag a finger at Desmond, and she's gonna say in a sultry voice, "You were in the tunnels up north earlier, weren't you?"
Can I roll to see if Desmond has any ability to not answer this?
Yeah,
he's just gonna give out all the secrets.
Oh man, it's not insight. I guess it's a roll deception.
Oh no, he got an 11 again.
He's Garbo Poopy at that. Cool. You really find that like the attentions of this woman are both unexpected but not unwanted, and like she's very pretty, and you normally don't find yourself really even thinking about other people too much beyond like if they owe you paperwork. So this is a very kind of like new experience for Desmond to have these very focused attentions of someone he's never met before, who's also so attractive. You find you want to keep her happy.
Yes, we were up north, the tunnels.
Okay, as he says that, Morgan pulls out a rather large knife from somewhere on her body and stabs it on the desk and looks at the girl and goes, "What's that to you?"
She's going
and yes,
to...
this is very threatening. So if you want me to roll like intimidation,
yeah, please roll intimidation.
Oh wow, okay. For some reason that roll was absolutely garbage.
Gonna slam the knife down and just like miss the table.
Did it beat a 22?
No, it got a 4.
Oh,
so
nice.
she stabs it on the gun. Oh, that's all there.
It just hits the plate. And just like the plate shifts a bit as the weight gets put down, so, as opposed to there's like stabbing into the table.
I like it hits the plate, and because she's all the forces on it, and the plate shifts, she slams herself into the table.
You're gonna see her like reflexively curl her fingers back, the hand that was upon the surface of the table, curl her fingers back under the palm as if like to keep them out of harm's way, as she looks this dagger up and down momentarily, and then she seems to like reach into the neckline of her bodice, and she says, I think, like turning toward Morrigan, who's recovering from slamming herself on the table, this must belong to you. And she's going to set an kind of unnecessarily ornate wooden stake on the table, and kind of just like, without like free rolling it, just like rolling it like a rolling pin toward the center.
Okay, is it the one that Morrigan said that she pulled out?
No, there was a knife, not a stake.
You said you had a stake. Well, I mean, she never
said it
pulled
was a
out a
knife.
stake, but she said she has a stake.
Yeah, that I did, but I didn't say I pulled one out.
But you
Okay.
do recognize this stake, Morrigan.
It's a stake that's been within your family for generations.
It's the one that you keep with you in case of vampires. You've never had to use it before.
Ever since I just pulled it off a broken crate during the combat.
The ornamentation on it was all hand done. She painted it and just like pushed some kind of pretty looking stones right into its wooden surface. It was gonna be a gift for Susan.
A steak.
Yeah. You don't want a vampire to
and
get
not
her
the
either.
delicious kind. Yeah. So looks at it grudgingly. I was like, I've never seen it before.
You're very cute, she says to Morrigan.
Does Desmin know that this is Morgan's stake?
I don't know that anybody in the party's seen Morrigan speak before, but Morrigan was very unconvincing when she said that. Well,
Are you sure, Morgan? That looks like your stake. Like something that you would carry around.
She gives you a look.
there are many dangerous things and people in the tunnels lately, aren't there? I can understand the desire to keep such a tool nearby, just in case. I'm very glad I was able to catch up with you and return it. It seemed to have been left behind by mistake.
Who are you?
You can call me Irella. In fact, I would love it if you would all call me Irella. And she's going to cast her gaze back to Desmond and wink and says, especially you.
I'll call you anything you want.
Irella will do.
Desmond's writing it down.
That just has a form literally.
Official introduction form.
I wonder if Desmond is. I wonder if Desmond is
The
immune
L.
to a succubus.
The cursive L is actually done as a heart.
Like Desmond is so oblivious that succubus won't be able to like charm him.
No,
I just love the interaction of like, I'd like you to call me Irella. I'll call you whatever you want. Yeah, Irella.
No, on
The
the
thing I
board.
said.
Desmin is very, he's very a stickler about his form. So in the actual name column, he puts the right name. Then under nicknames, he does Irella with the heart.
That's the official nickname, Irella with a heart. Well, initially, I am of course glad to return this important safety device to its owner, she says, in Morrigan's direction. But secondarily, I wanted to address what I believe is a need that you all have. Let me just say that I specialize in helping people find things that are lost, like this tool. And I sense from the state of the location in which it was left that you've all lost something very important. And I wanted to offer my services.
I think this is the first time Spider's actually going to turn around and face her. And what do you think we may have lost?
Well, I'm hoping you'll simply tell me, but if you want to make a game of it, I can guess. Desmond, you don't like that it feels like she's flirting with him?
Hey, Spider, bug off!
Spider is oblivious. But any flirting is just like it's washing over him. He's not responding to the flirting at all.
She seems to make protracted eye contact with you, Spider, either trying to read you or waiting for a reaction that isn't coming. She says, "The important thing you've lost is a person. Disappeared in violence. Either taken or killed. Am I close?"
Morgan looks in the group and starts counting. Unless I'm drunker than I think, we should be full tally.
Yeah, you are going to have to be a little bit more specific to that.
Well, you're not helping me very much now, are you? Handsome.
That's what we're here for.
She attempts to cold read us.
She's trying to cold read. It ain't going great. Desmond, this beautiful woman is floundering.
But we don't have Twilight right now.
Twilight. A time of day.
She counts again. It's like, oh, you're right. I thought the second Desmond was Twilight.
Why did you think I was Twilight?
No, not
There's
you.
only two Desmonds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still looking at Gorilla. Spider. Twilight is not dead.
And it is a time of
Exactly,
night
doesn't
long
exist.
past. Dawn is the next time to look forward to. But beyond dawn, that is where what you seek lies. It is important to you, to your very being, I suspect, and perhaps the well-being of others. Whether it's dangerous information or dangerous actions. Reggie, you recognize shotgunning when you see it, hear it.
I don't know the term you're using?
Shotgunning is a term for a practice of, like, charlatans and mediums, where they're trying to figure out what's important to the people they're talking to so they can act like they have it, where they throw out a lot of things that are vague enough to be applied to anything, but specific enough that somebody might jump on it by accident to give a tell that that is what they're about.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So the comment that I had made before of her trying to cold read us is just even more solidified with all of this. So Reggie's gonna call her and be like, okay, so you saw us at the end of a fight in a place that there had been a bit of a fight, and then followed us here to try and do something about that fight. Nothing that you have said is providing us any useful information about what you actually want and who you are, although it is nice to know your name, Irella. I'm Reginald.
She's going to narrow her eyes a bit. This is breaking character as the flirtatious woman act seems to fall away momentarily. She seems to dislike being talked to this way. But she's going to plaster on a smile very quickly and say, well...
Reggie does put on a very fake smile after he says this.
She's going to say, I'm overjoyed that someone at this table has the manners to introduce themselves after I gave my name.
I'm Desmin.
Morgan actually bursts out laughing.
You see her expression soften like butter as he throws that out, and those come hither eyes begin to bat in his direction.
Poor Desmond.
She's going to cast a look around the room, and you'll see that she, like, pauses in her scan, looking toward the bar, and she's just going to wiggle a few fingers and flash a bright smile in that direction. You can catch that it's at Susan, who is sort of, like, watching these interactions, even though she has no idea what's being said from this distance, and everybody's smiling at least. Nobody's yelling. Well,
Morgan
Spider's not smiling.
stabbed the plate.
The plate, yeah.
After that, everything's been very, very.
She's gonna quickly find a stool, and I'm gonna have to teleport her there. It's gonna make her climb the wall otherwise. Gonna pull over a chair.
She walks on walls.
Yeah. She's gonna quickly sit at the table so that she's not standing over it anymore. Desmond, she is now sat next to you.
Desmond's going to scoot a little closer.
Reggie makes a mental note of needing to have a conversation with Desmond.
How dare you have a libido? You're jeopardizing the mission with your dick. She's going.
I'm in a place for everything.
You have a child to watch out for, remember, Philos?
She's going to take a seat, and you know, she casts one more glance around, just seeming to make sure that, like, she hasn't drawn over much attention, before she lowers her voice while maintaining the sultry tone of it and say, "The city's more dangerous than ever lately, isn't it? Certain elements within casting doubts on its upbringings and goings-on of the past."
Yes, the past is getting rewritten.
I want to make.
Desmin?
Okay, I was going to say I want to make an inside check about the past comment to see how much of that it is continuing this fishing that she's doing.
Yeah.
And Desmond just says, so I'm just like, what the fuck?
I just give Desmond a really hard kick in his knee from underneath the table.
Ow! What was that for?
I think Spider also makes eye contact with Reggie and just does that like wide-eyed, like tilted head kind of like, the fuck?
Is this guy serious? what's your
Reggie's gonna say, people have been saying that, you know, the world is going to shit for as long as there's been people. Every generation is worse than the last one. And I've found, you know, I'm not a young halfling anymore, and so I've seen a bit of, you know, the humankind. They're always wrong. To try and deflect a bit from Desmond's weird comment and just sort of lean into her fishing and like continuing Reggie's I'm not playing ball like this.
What was your insight roll?
I think I have disadvantage.
Okay.
Because of Desmond's comment at the same time that I was, because it was very specifically with that comment that Reggie wanted to key in on it. So
you don't have to have disadvantage for the initial insight roll because you were trying to figure out if she was still shotgunning or not.
Yes, so that's a 24.
With a 24, you're going to have very clearly felt what is probably for many people a very subtle shift in behavior, in focus, but to you it stands out like a billboard as she seems to have gone from armchair medium to I know what's going on here and I want to help you. You want my help is the vibe you're getting off of her now. She's gone into full salesman mode.
Okay. And then Desmond says his
past is being rewritten.
So, how does she react to that?
She's going to, like, put her hand on the table, like, directly in front of him, very invitingly, and adopts this extremely soft smile of appreciation as she looks into his eyes. She says, now that's the kind of loss I specialize in helping people with.
You help in recovering the past?
I can help you prevent the loss of more of it, she says as she, like, leans closer so that her chin is just hovering above the pauldron of your armor, getting as close to your ear as she can.
Okay, what do you know? Spill it.
Desmond is gulping. Not close to you.
She's going to slightly lean around Desmond so she can make eye contact with Morgan. She says, I know that you're very pretty.
Drop the act. Give the facts.
She's going to look around at the rest of the table. Is everybody kind of echoing, other than Desmond, obviously, Morgan's desire for straight shooting?
Every time that this one says something, Spider is rolling his eyes and staring at the ceiling in some form of exasperation.
I think it's clear. So like Reggie has consistently been like attempting to stonewall, and I think now it's like Reggie, the exasperation that's like leaning towards Desmond is mostly getting to the point of like, I don't want to have to deal with this. Like, shoot straight, because otherwise this is gonna happen all night. And that's
you put on this air, and she does seem to read it. You see her smile kind of twisting a little, you know, almost just the ghost of malicious intent there. as she makes eye contact with you and you have this silent exchange of ideas. She's going to say, toward Morrigan, fine. The facts. I'm aware of an agent of a certain ancient hero, let us call him for purposes of this discussion, who has been meddling in the affairs of everybody by messing with time. And I know, through my own means, which I will not discuss, that you all have involved yourself. Let's say, you're gonna see her hand, like, slip beneath the table as she says this, and I find that very, very admirable, but also very potentially profitable. So I'm proposing an exchange. Desmond, you're going to feel her grip the inside of your thigh, roughly.
Oh! He's gonna jump.
Smooth.
You see her eyes momentarily widen as his response resolves. And before she puts the mask back on, she says, "Oh, I think I'm going to like this one quite a lot."
Yeah, no, he's like, I mean,
I can provide you the means of expediting your search for this person so that we minimize damage to future prospects.
What's in it for you?
I would ask a favor. I have a job I would like you to perform. Job for a job. I provide you the means of finding who you're looking for, she says, and strokes the inside of your thigh, Desmond.
Desmond's just like red in the face.
And you help me flush out someone who's been a thorn in my other side. I think you met some of their agents earlier in your travels in the Underdark. The Collectors.
I'm connected with them.
Repeat that one more time, Vulcan, because I only got like half of it.
How are you connected to them?
I'm not connected to them. Not directly. They're connected to the person I seek. Their employer is meddling in affairs that affect my employer.
And who is their employer?
Oh, not someone you want to meet directly. I believe that you may recall the method of their escaping your last conversation.
Check my memory here, Tristan, because I'm confused.
They dove into a hell portal.
they went into hell.
Oh yeah, it was those people, right? Yeah.
But
Okay.
Vulcan was not awake at the time. But he knows
That's
what
true.
he was
He
doing.
lost his marble.
That is true. She is saying that to
Yeah.
exactly the wrong person in this party, but that's only evidence that her information is imperfect.
Yes,
So,
I believe their method of escape was to be killed by one of the heroes of the Draco War.
Quite fabulously too.
I don't think that was part of the plan.
a gripping tale, I'm certain, she says as she grips Desmond.
Dear God.
This is their. I don't get it.
But not why we're here. The fate of the collectors is not my interest, though, if any of them survived, you might be able to use them to find their employer, or at least stir the right pot that I can work my other magics.
Right? And who's your employer?
That isn't germane to our discussion. I'm proposing a deal. You stir a pot for me, I give you the means to solve your problem. A simple deal. Mostly. Mine's a little bit more closed-ended than yours, but I have reason to believe you can handle it.
You're not a devil or a fae, are you? So she like leans over to look for a tail.
Don't you think that if I were a devil, I'd be able to conceal it? You are being handled, Desmond.
Yeah,
You
he's
seem
just,
very-
speechless.
Like, well, the Morgan is kind of mumbling. It's like, well, you do seem very handy with a cleric.
Oh, if I had a few more of them to play with.
Before we get any further, we need to sign some consent forms.
Oh, I agree. She turns to, like, fully look you in the eyes while her hand is still on your pants. She says, I love forms.
You do? Oh my god, I love forms too. And then Desmond just like pops out of his friggin' just like at the word forms, and he just starts going over like all different kinds of forms and his favorite forms.
This is not how one would expect the topic of bureaucracy to kill the mood.
Morgan looks over at Reggie and does like the typically like blab vomiting gesture, like with a finger on the tongue.
She looks a little bit surprised. Like, you watch her eyes track down to where her hand has disappeared beneath the table, and then she looks back up and puts on, you know, what's the word? An appeasing smile.
She's finally been his match now that she accidentally said the wrong word.
Yeah, she finally got him to actually pop a boner, and she wasn't expecting it.
Do we get to know anything of the nature of this job before we agree to partake in it?
You're going to feel warmth in your lap, Desmond, and she's going to withdraw her hand, and as she pulls it back above the table, there is a long scroll trailing behind her fingers. As she sweeps out and lays that across the table, it unrolls and then falls off the end of the table into your lap, Reggie.
Before it rolls out, Morgan just said, "Oh, that's where he keeps them."
Oh no, she says, looking to you and flashing her eyelashes at you. This one's all mine. Reggie, do you read Infernal?
No.
I do.
Yeah, and you're drunk.
Reggie is not too proud to be like, I cannot read that.
Oh, she's going to, like, kind of tap her temple, like, oh, silly me, of course, and she's going to snap her fingers, and you're going to watch the lettering on the page wobble and shift and switch to common.
I am, after reading this, I am going to ask you how much gets lost in translation.
We call it tax. Alright, bad joke, whatever.
Yeah, Morgan wasn't carrying it. This is probably a joke that Desmond enjoyed.
The meaning wasn't lost, it was tariffed.
That was a good one.
Thank you. It is extremely straightforward and obvious to you that this is a very how to phrase this properly. All the words coming to me, I don't like them. Spidery, I guess I'll say. Sorry, Spider. This is a very spidery contract with lots of clauses and addendums and caveats that talk about all the things that you must do, all the things that she must do to fulfill your ends of the agreement, and the expectations upon, what constitutes success and failure, and what constitutes acceptable failure versus unacceptable failure. But you note that all the failure conditions result in the signer of this contract forfeiting ownership of their soul to the presenter or holder of the contract. But it is only a condition of failure. It is also not time dependent. You find that her end will be fulfilled almost immediately, that you will have the information from her in order to find whom you seek within 2 days. And that you are not bound to complete your end ahead of solving your mutual problem, though you could if you wished.
We're going to glance over to it. She's not reading the entire thing, but you can tell the style of the document.
Yeah.
It's like so the usual signing with blood, or
she's going to
takes
smile.
another sip.
she's just going to smile and say, "Of course, it's traditional."
Yeah, see, I need a speech was trouble.
I like to imagine that, it traditional. It's not necessary. It doesn't actually matter that but so everyone expects it, and so they just do it in the same way that these contracts are written to be very verbose and all of these things. Not because it actually matters, but because if it's not, everyone's gonna sit there trying to figure out what the catch is. And so you just build the thing to look like it's covering it. It'd be you are trying to get me. I fucking knew it. And it's no, I want you to get me a sandwich. But if I just said get me a sandwich, you'd be like, what's the catch? And so it's just the nature of things now, that even if it was just something that simple.
Yeah. Yes. Very likely, very few of you have had any dealings like this, but this is ripped right out of one of the stories. This encounter, this offer, this contract.
Yeah. Yeah, as a raised tiefling, Morgan would be well aware of those kind of stories.
Mm-hmm. It's the platonic ideal of a devil deal you're getting right now. It would be unreasonable at this point not to assume this woman is a devil.
I called it just a fucking succubus. I said it partly as a joke, but I had a hunch.
She could be a devil without being a succubus. Maybe she
But
just.
she is very flirty and good looking, so.
Other devils
There
can
can
do
be
that
hot
too.
devils that aren't succubi.
Desmond, you already miss her touch. And the fact that she's not listening to you about forms anymore, since she seems to be discussing the details of the form in front of her, which doesn't look like any of your forms. It's not as cleanly laid out, and there aren't as many places to fill things in. It's kind of boring as forms go. Like the verbiage and the laws are very interesting, and you can see lots of little mouse holes and whirlpools to get stuck in there. You begin to believe that maybe you could write a better contract that more accurately locks the people signing it in.
At the same time, though, this is an exotic form to him.
It is.
So, like, he's still intrigued by the form, and so he's having a tough time with keeping his attention on Arella. Like, his attention keeps going back and forth between the form and Arella.
Which one gets him more excited?
It's a toss-up.
Does the contract go into what this action that needs to be taken by the the signing party at all, or is it vague about that?
It seems to leave the exact methodology of delivering your end up to you. You don't have to go about it in any particular way, but it says that within a year and a day, the party must have produced sufficient response from the employer of the collectors that Irella can make tangible moves against them and prevent their interference with her employer's interests. It is vague, but I want to call it vague but specific. It does definitely still leave, like, the interpretation of success and failure a little bit up to her, but it tries to lay it out in a way that says, like, they don't have to be dead, they don't have to be gone, they just have to not be messing, like, the adjudication has to be their actions are no longer deleterious to her employer.
Okay.
They could be dead and gone, though. That would be great. It's like addendum F to clause 3. It's like, it just says that verbatim. They could be dead, though. That'd be great.
Out of character, what's this about getting a cookie if he died? What kind of cookie?
Oh, they're to die for.
I mean, clearly.
Turns out Cookie refers to the type of fae. You just get that as a pet. Pet's a stretch on that term. Definitely a punishment. She says, well, I suppose it could be considered unfair for me to drop in on you and expect an answer to such a large request immediately. I will leave this contract with you to ponder, though I will warn you that if you try to show it off to anybody else, it will leave your possession.
Understandable. Reggie says, like, Reggie is still reading it. He doesn't. His intelligence is not great, so he is very slowly. Like, he's trying to be very careful and cautious about reading through it.
Vulcan will want to read through it, yeah.
And like he Reggie seems a bit distracted from her while trying to parse through this. Clearly.
She does seem to take notice that, like, Desmond is also, like, reading it sideways, and seems very interested in this exotic form, and she's going to sigh slightly and look over to the inebriated Morgan and says, I think that your friends are going to take a little while deliberating on the nuances of this agreement. Morgan, what do you do for fun around here? Wait, you never gave your name. Who cares? She just says it anyway. Morgan, what do you do for fun around here?
Hearing the name, she's going to gloss over to Susan for a bit and raise an eyebrow. Expecting that she spilled it.
I mean, we can both do that, I think.
Oh. She snapped back to her and she'd growl, say, back off, bitch, or send it back to her fiery pits it came from. But to really make the mark very clear, she says that in Infernal.
She responds in Infernal, lasciviously saying, I do love foreplay.
She just growls.
But I'm here to stay for a bit. If you don't want to be part of my fun, I can't force you. But I can entice you. I think you'd... She just sort of, like, walks her fingers along the wood of the table, and aimlessly says, I think I could make it enjoyable for both of you. An experience you'd never forget.
No deal.
No deal at all. It's an offer free of charge. Just to pass the time until the boys have settled the affair.
It's not happening.
Fine. Where's that overly large kobold I saw? I bet he'd be up for a good time. You know the one. What's his name?
I think Reggie's gonna reach into his bag and pull out a mushroom and be like, you give him this first. Trust me.
You're going to see, like, a look of recognition across her face as she studies the mushroom in your hand. And she's going to say, oh, he will need his strength. She's going to stand up and round the table. Are you still holding out the mushroom?
Reggie is is offering it to her. If she wants to take it, then he'll let her take it.
She's going to pluck it lightly from your fingers and say, I'll be back in an hour. Maybe 3. You'll be done by then, won't you?
Certainly hope so.
Good. And she's going to meander off out of the room with the mushroom, turning heads as she goes. Desmond, you've become aware of the empty space at the table next to you as you were distracted by the contract.
Where did she go?
What is the name of the kobold?
Francis.
You were very quiet, Sam. What was that?
He was trying to remember Francis's name.
Oh, Francis Hunk. Francis.
Yep.
Chump.
Yeah, right.
Chump. Francis Chump.
Chump. Yeah.
I always forget the surname. All I remember is Francis.
If you went to go talk to Chump.
What does she see in him?
Stamina.
Hey, Desmond, roll nature.
That is a 9.
Sending you a message. There you go.
I'll never be able to compete with that.
But you can help us interpret this contract.
Boner's back.
Ah, yes, even better.
Now that she is out of sight, out of the room, you do feel that hold she had on your attention lessening, even without the distraction of the contract.
Alright, let's get to work on this contract.
You go over the contract, all of you together.
As Vulcan reads the contract, his eyes occasionally flash purple. And he kind of rumbles in a low mumble.
It's something we've seen before.
You've seen his eyes turn red in the past. He then usually shuts down for a few seconds and doesn't remember anything. Alright. If no one's going to address this unusual behavior from Vulcan, then this continues as you work on the contract. Every now and then, just this sudden stiffening of his body, this growling rattle coming from his throat, and the purpling of his eyes. But you...
I was going to ask about the mumbling. Is it something that can be, like,
You have like a really high passive perception, right?
I do have a very high passive perception. So I was wondering, like, is it mumbling as in it's something that could be understood, or is it just noise?
I probably understand it with your perception. It's mostly not really understandable, but you can hear stuff about like my empire. It doesn't sound like anything that would make sense.
So, like what's being said is understandable, but it's just without a greater context. It just seems.
Yeah, like you can hear the words because you got really high perception, but so you hear things like my empire taken, lost. Gorilla.
So if Vulcan is reading the contract and it's unusual, the purple eyes and the mumbling is unusual. Spider will do Vad Empire. And he is like kind of like trying to look through the contract to see references to an empire.
There are no references to an empire that you can see. Employer is written in there a bunch of times.
As you address him, he kind of shakes out of it and his eyes turn blue again. Empire? I'm not sure.
Spider kind of makes eye contact with everyone else.
I think Desmin might be lost in the sauce.
Yep. multiple
How do you
sources.
feel right now, Vulcan? Because with the red eye colors, there was a lot of anger and everything. So we're just checking in on that.
A feeling I don't know if I've ever had before. Resentment, anger, but more like a deeper. It's not at the surface, but it feels strong. I don't know where it's coming from, or why.
You're not sure if it's this paper itself or the idea of this kind of contract or Irella?
His eyes flash purple for a second. Name. Upstart. The name brings me anger.
Doesn't bring me joy either.
Brought somebody here joy.
Wait, what name?
Here, that's the woman who is just here.
But you've
Anthony
never
Vulcan.
met someone calling themselves that before?
No.
And why would it get angry?
I'm not sure. But I feel it deep inside me. I do not really understand. I did not know I could feel something like this. It almost doesn't feel like they're my feelings.
Out of character, did we understand the nature of the soul coin? That's what it was.
I know some of us did, because some of us rolled high enough on Arcana. Reggie did not say anything, though. I don't remember. I know Morrigan also knew things, but I don't remember what she has said to the party.
She mostly just knew that it was an infernal thing. And that it holds souls and such. She doesn't know much details besides that.
I can't remember what Spider knows. About soul coin.
About the soul coins.
About the soul coins. I will let you roll Arcana now to double check.
Right. Not great at Arcana, so...
If anything shakes loose.
It's a 14.
Religion could be acceptable as well. Is that any better than Arcana?
Religion is exactly the same.
Okay. On a 14, you know what the stories tell you. Soul coins are the currency of hell. Devils who extract the cost of their deals in the form of human souls, put those souls claimed into coins, and exchange them with other devils. They are potentially very powerful, as the exact capabilities of a mortal soul are not understood well, as it is considered extremely unethical to test.
But if you just don't get caught...
So, if that black iron coin was a soul coin, there is likely a person's soul in there. overpowering Vulcan, forming his personality, something like that, you don't know. But he certainly seemed to shut down when it was not in him.
Tell me, Vulcan,
I mean, at
do
the
you
very
dream?
least, I was talking over you, I think, but yours was, I think, more important than what I've been saying, or more immediately important.
Vulcan.
Yeah, Spider.
I'm thinking about it. I'd never really thought about if he dreamed. I don't think he would dream. Would he dream?
How much electric sheep?
Given the process that brought you about, I think that your visions at night are either brief, disjointed, and meaningless, or simply difficult to... Oh, no. What was I saying? Right. Your dreams, I would say that they're unusual, brief, usually directly related to what you've experienced that day. On the extraordinarily rare occasion, so maybe twice in the length of your existence, they were something that you couldn't really put words to. It was certainly nothing you'd seen in your own life, and it didn't appear like anything that might have been part of your creation. Usually more feeling than like image or experience. But that's it. These things are disjointed, and you probably wouldn't have even known to call them dreams, because it was just something that sometimes happened when you plugged into charge for the night.
Okay. I mean, I'd never really thought about it. I suppose sometimes when I'm charging, I'll get flashes of things I did throughout the day. A couple times in my life, there were odd sensations, things that I didn't know that weren't directly tied to what I had experienced. I didn't exactly understand. But that's only happened a couple times. Mostly it's just innocuous flashes. But yeah, those couple times, there were some intense and foreign emotions that I can't really describe. Does that answer your question?
I suppose.
I'm glad I gave that a chance to play out, because I like this exploration of the deeper unknowns among the party, since you all were kind of shoved together and never had enough of a chance to really get to know what's going on with each other. Now it might end up being important. See whose past we can drag into the light and tear apart in the next episode. So, we will leave off here as the party goes over this contract and shares concern for Vulcan's unusual reactions and indescribable memories or emotions. We'll have to find out how things go with Chump next time on Desmond's Creek.
I think things can only go well. And I think everyone
walk in on us.
in the headquarters is gonna know.
Possibly.
Poor Chump is gonna lose his soul.
Yeah. Hopefully Chump's okay. Alright, well, we'll have to find out next time. I thank you all for being here with me, and I hope you're all having a good time. I thank the audience for being here and sharing in this experience with us. So, again, thank you all, and have a good night. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.